I am in the Uintas today, and I am here with Haley and Zoe right in front of me, and we are hiking up to Wall Lake. This area is super cool. It's got a ton of lakes. You can see we've already got a lake right there, a small one on my right side, and another small one on our left. We are planning on spending the night near Wall Lake, and besides that, we don't have really very much of an itinerary planned out. I know there is some cliff jumping on the lake, so we might do that. And I do have my biggest backpack that I own with me today, and I've got a bunch of gear in there. So depending on how we're feeling, I might even go snorkeling, see if I can find some fish. I do have a wetsuit, mask, and snorkel in my pack. So it's really just whatever we're feeling like doing. We're gonna just plan on having a fun time and enjoy being out in the Uintas. I weighed my pack before we left, and with all the extra gear in it, it's just under 50 pounds today, which is 20 pounds at least heavier than I would normally take backpacking. But we are going just a short distance today since we've got the kid, and it's not too bad. I think it's going to be fun having some of the extra stuff up there. Looks like we are just making it to Wall Lake. I can see from here, there's a spot over here with some people cliff jumping. Now that we're at the lake, we just need to find ourselves a camping spot. Looks like there should be quite a few options here. My map shows camping spots up ahead of us still, out this way. And I read online some comments that said some of the best camping is up on some of the cliffs. So we'll probably just end up walking around for a bit and seeing what we can find. We made it about a third of the way around the lake now. Haley and Zoey are just right there. It looks like somebody has built a raft out of logs. There's even a paddle on it right there, which is pretty cool. I guess maybe later, if we have time, we could come back and check it out. Maybe we can get it floating out there. It's kind of windy right now, so it just blow you right back to this spot probably anyways. Well, what do you guys think of this spot?
I like it. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good? Nice, yeah. Looks like there's some tent spots back here. Maybe some spots for a hammock, and won't be using the fireplace today because the fire restrictions are going on right now, but it does have a cool firing area and a good view of the lake that way. I think I'm gonna maybe drop my pack here and keep walking around the lake a little bit, just to make sure there's not a much better spot up here a little bit. If I do find something better, then I've got my radio here. I can radio back to them, let them know we found something cool. Let's go see what we can find. It looks like people have camped up behind me on these rocks here. It would be pretty neat up here. It's a good looking view of the lake. I'm right to the other side of the cliffs. I can barely see Haley over there. There's like a spot that's like bright maroon. Like, I don't know, it's like tiny over there. But I'm gonna keep going. So far I haven't found anything that looks like a lot better than where we are already at. Ooh, there's actually a really cool looking spot right below me. This spot looks pretty neat. Nice big open area here. The lake's just out that way. I'm guessing it's just far enough away that Haley and Zoe aren't going to want to come all the way over here, but I took a picture and I'll show it to them back at camp, see what they think. This is the jumping spot here, and just out a little bit further. I'll get a better shot of it later. Looks like there's quite a few different options for jumping. None of them looked crazy big. There was one spot that looked like you could maybe gap a lower ledge to make it a slightly bigger jump, but it might be too much of a gap. I don't know. I have to go look underwater and see how deep it is there. Headed back to camp, which is all the way on that far side. But I'm back on a good trail now, so I'll just be able to jog over there real quick. I made it back. Let's get camp set up. We are rethinking our camp spot now. We were gonna put the tent right here where I'm at, but it's right in between this dead tree and that dead tree. And I don't know if you can hear this, but here, listen to this. Just from pushing on it, you can hear it creaking, the whole thing. So if a big wind were to come, I don't know how much it would take to knock that thing over or not. We're gonna look around for a bit, see if we can find a different spot. We are thinking this spot back here looks just a little bit better, and it's far enough away from that really creaky tree that it wouldn't hit us if it did fall. And it's flat enough over here, so gonna go with this spot. We've got camp all set up now. So I've got my hammock here. I've got this little blow-up pillow. I have a couple of sleeping pads underneath my sleeping bag in here to help keep me warm at night. At some point it would be nice to be able to get one of those nice lightweight under quilts for this, but for now I've got backpacking pads underneath me, and then I've also got this fleece liner, this green liner here for the inside of my sleeping bag, since my bag is not very warm. So hopefully that'll keep me warm tonight. And then Haley and Zoey have a tent over here, and just peek in through the window, but they've got their sleeping bag set up there, and all of our other stuff's off there to the side. And then we have one more hammock set up over here next to our cooking area. So we've got another hammock here next to the view of the lake. Turned out to be a pretty nice spot. I think I'm happy with it. It's been decided we are headed back to that raft we saw earlier, and I'm gonna try it out and see if we can get it to float. Here is a paddle that someone has made. Let's see if I can get out here now. Well, it's holding me. Let's see what we can do over here. All right, this thing is the most wobbly raft that I've ever been on. I'm gonna give it a go. All right, that first attempt didn't work super well with the raft. It was really bulky and heavy, but we're gonna try it again. And what I've done is I pulled it from down that way all the way along the shore up this way a little bit, and because what we have is a current that is taking us that way. So my plan is just to push out, and then the water will take us the rest of the way across. We have some friends that met us up here, and so they're gonna hang out with Zoey while Haley and I go give this a try. We're both on the raft. How are you feeling?
Good. It floats.
It floats. All right, let's shove off. And I'm just gonna try to get out as far as we can. Out to the depths.
There's a lot of like plants out here.
Right, and now let's see what we can do. It's working! It's working! Alright, let's go! Go! All right, well, with the raft this big, the paddle's not helping too much with anything except for spinning us around. So we're just gonna float here a bit and drift our way over there. We're actually out pretty far though now. Check this out.
Sticks.
Nice. Here we go. That worked a lot better going with the current. That was pretty fun. Just pushing it out there and letting the wind pull us back to shore. What did you think, Kay?
It was fun. I'm glad we didn't fall in.
Yeah, the water's not super warm. Well, as fun as rafting was, I should probably go filter some water. I knew this was a short hike, so I only packed a liter of water with me, which is almost gone here. So I'm gonna go fill this up, so I'll just have water around camp and for the night and tomorrow morning. For my filter, I've just got this Sawyer squeeze pouch. Here you go, with the little filter. And so basically I just fill up this bag and squeeze it through, and it works pretty good. So I'm gonna get this bag out, then I can just kind of come over here, fill it up with the water. It's here on the filter, pop open the top and squeeze it out. There we go, clean water. Haley's taking a break in the tent. Zoe's hanging out here in the hammock, and I'm getting pretty hungry, so I'm gonna cook up some dinner. Check out what we've got. We've got celery, bell peppers, some cheese sticks, some carrots. For dinner, we're doing sausages. Gonna heat them up in my little camp stove here, and then I've got some ketchup in a bag, and we were planning on bringing bread, you know, for hot dogs or whatever, but we left that at home, so we'll just be eating the ketchup and sausages. All right, let's get going. I ended up cutting them so they fit in the pan a little better. We're using the pan today because it's high fire danger with fire restriction bans going on, so we're not gonna be able to do a campfire, but we can still use my little camping stove to cook stuff up. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. All right, so I'm just dipping this in the ketchup and then eating it. And that's pretty good. We got some veggies and other stuff in this little lunchbox we brought. Gonna be a decent meal. We are all done with dinner, and it's starting to get a little chilly out, so I'm going to go get on another layer. I've got some thermals I'm going to put on underneath what I'm already wearing. It might get down all the way to the upper to mid 30s tonight. Depending on how cold I get out there in the hammock, I might have to bail on that and come in here and sleep with these guys. But it will make it a little bit more crowded in here, and I don't know where those bags would go. But hopefully it'll be warm out there. I got my thermals on, and the sun actually came back out a little bit over there. But I've got both top and bottom ones. These are pretty warm, so definitely should be good until probably till it gets dark. I ended up going for a short evening stroll, and I found myself at a small little peninsula here. I could see it from our campsite, which is just over there in the trees, and I thought it looked cool, so I figured I'd come check it out. The sky has cleared up quite a bit. We got lots of blue skies now, which is nice. And if it stays clear, I'll probably be able to get a short time lapse tonight of the stars, which would be cool. Anyways, I'm just gonna hang out here for a bit and enjoy the views of the lake. We're thinking it's probably gonna end up being in the high 30s tonight, or at the coldest point. And so to help combat the cold, aside from just like warm layers and sleeping bags and stuff, we are boiling some water here. It's gonna be boiling. And we're gonna stick it in this water bottle that Haley's got. And this is a trick I've done before. You fill these Nalgene's up with the hot water and stick it in your sleeping bag, and it makes a huge difference. So we're gonna do that. And I guess maybe I'll be wishing I had brought an extra bottle, but oh well. I think I'll be plenty warm with what I've got tonight. We are boiling. All right, I might add a little bit more water in there if you want, but that's nice and warm. I've got some raspberry tea going on here, which is just freeze-dried raspberries and hot water. So I'm gonna let that steep for a minute and get some flavor into that water, and that'll be another nice little thing to make us warm before bed. Getting ready. It's sun's already behind the mountains over here, so as soon as it's a little bit more dark, they headed to the hammock. It is officially bedtime. Haley and Zoey are over there in the tent, and I am here in the hammock. Here's a short time lapse of the stars tonight. It's morning time. It was really bright last night. The moon was out and was shining in my eyes. Ended up sleeping with my sleeping bag hood over my eyes like this. It was also very cold last night. But it's morning now, so I'm gonna get up and go get some breakfast cooking. We've got a pretty cool cooking setup here. Just use this little flat spot here to set up my stove on. And this little log here, all you gotta do is grab this end of it, pull it back a little bit, and now I've got like a bench here that I can sit on this side and access all my stuff right here. So, pretty sweet. For breakfast this morning, I've got this breakfast skillet, freeze-dried stuff that I'm going to cook up and eat with some tortilla shells. Also got some oatmeal for Zoey. She likes a little bit better, and Haley's got some dehydrated eggs she's going to eat. But just boiling up some water. All right, we've got some boiling water here. Isn't measured out, so I'm just gonna guess how much to put in. Put some in here. Alright, just gonna stir this up. And then I'll just close it up for a bit, let it sit. Alright, the oatmeal is ready. How is it?
Delicious.
Nice. All right. Still waiting on my stuff to finish up. All right, that's looking pretty good. I've got egg, hash brown, sausage, peppers. I'm gonna throw those all in these tortilla shells right here. This is gonna be really good. It's pretty good. Haley's eggs turned out really good. What do you think of them?
Oh, they're good.
I tried some, they were pretty good. Probably better than the eggs I have in my breakfast skillet thing. Breakfast was excellent. We're now packing up. Haley's in the tent packing stuff up there, and I'm packing up my hammock stuff here. We're all packed up. Check out this pack. It is massive with lots of stuff. Haley's is equally stuffed to the max. Haley and Zoey just put on some sunscreen over here, and then we are on to the next thing of the day, which is going to be snorkeling. We're just going to hike around the lake all the way up to near those cliffs, which is where the cliff jumping is at. And I figured I only wanted to put on the wetsuit once, so we'll get over there, get the wetsuit on, do some snorkeling, and then afterwards do a few jumps. We're headed over. We made it over to the rocks. We've got this area right here where I'm probably gonna try some snorkeling out, and then you can see there's already people up there on the rocks where we'll be jumping. I say we, but it's just gonna be me. Haley and Zoey aren't gonna be jumping in. I'm gonna switch into the wetsuit and then check out the water. Snorkeling is gonna be for two things. One, I want to check out the depth of where people are jumping and to see kind of where all I can jump, see if there are different options. And also I just want to see if I can see any fish. There's been quite a few people here fishing, so maybe I'll see something cool. I'm back in from snorkeling. That was pretty cool. I saw some fishing lures, a couple fish, and some cool rocks. So that was fun. I'm gonna do a few jumps and then we're gonna head out. What do you guys think? Are you gonna jump in the cold water?
No.
It's a little too cold.
It's pretty cold. I'm glad I have the wetsuit. All right, let's do it. Cannonball! Woo!
Hey, what do you think of camping? Do you like it?
Yes.
Is this a fun lake?
Yes.
What was your favorite part?
Making the chipmunks a house.
Oh, and did you like the hammock?
Yes.
Was it worth the hike?
Yes.
Should we do it again sometime?
Yes. Bye.
Woo! That was fun.
Are you cold?
I'm cold. Even with the wetsuit, it started to get a little chilly, but I mostly just want to get out of the water. Hands and ears. I think I'm done jumping for today. Gonna dry off and then we're gonna hike back out. But that was awesome. Snorkeling was okay, not really that great. It was cool to see those fish though. And then jumping was fun. That's a pretty fun spot. I'm gonna go get it dried off and then get headed out. I'm all dried off now, back in my clothes, and we are hiking down. So that is Wall Lake. Did you have fun?
Oh yeah.
Nice. If you liked this video, you should give it a thumbs up, comment below, and check out our channel. We've got a lot of other cool outdoor videos there as well. Thanks for watching.